if this carries into the game, guys.
How about that? Before kickoff even. So Denver will be receiving the kick as Green Bay defers. Also worth noting, the Broncos have won 10 in a row. They've got a home win streak that goes back to last season. They're the only undefeated team in the league at home. And here we go with the run back. But Day has it out across the 30 off the McManus kick. Bo Nix and the Broncos coming out here with this record at 11-2. This is his 31st start. You see what he's done as the last 11 home games. He's won them all, and he's got 29 total touchdowns. He's 21-9 in his career. He started since game 1 a year ago as a rookie. And Wooden, we've got some key matchups to discuss here with the likes of Micah Parsons in this Green Bay defense.
Micah's been outstanding since the trade coming over here. He's got an elite pad level, and they move him around. You saw him on first down play outside as an outside linebacker. You'll see him on the defensive edge. And guess what? This team doesn't give up sacks. Something's got to give today.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Volkswagen Tiguan. Now anybody can drive like somebody. Diageo. Take a minute, make a plan, never drive impaired. And by Visa. Everywhere you want to be.
Johnson has the catch. Jordan Love on the road this season. 14 touchdowns and only 1 interception. In his last 4 games, in fact, overall. 9-1.
Yeah, the old narrative about him throwing the ball in harm's way, that is gone. He's been protecting the football, but he's also been explosive. He's in the MVP race to me right now, Jim.
22 touchdowns on the season and only 4 interceptions. What a ratio. 2nd and 5. Here's the run with Jacobs. And he's near the first down. Benito on the tackle.
Well, here's the matchup we're going to be watching. Team who loves to play man coverage. The Broncos, we know about their historic rate getting to the quarterback. Jordan Love loves going against man coverage. He's got great receivers. Vance Joseph, who's a head coaching candidate across the league, has been outstanding this year, but no tougher task this year than the one he has today against Jordan Love.
We'll return out to the 40. His team is on a roll. Talking about the Denver Broncos with this win streak, 10 in a row. Longest for the franchise since 2012. The fascinating thing about the win streak is there are a lot of one-score wins in this, so the point differential during the streak, that's a low number. They've had 8 of the 10 wins by 1 score.
I think that's why Green Bay's actually favored at Denver with a team with a 10-game win streak. That's crazy.
Time they had the football. It's update time. Adam Shine, over to you.
Jim, Tony, Matthew Stafford picked off, and the quarterback he was traded for makes him pay. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. 7-0. Lions leading the Rams. Back to you.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Macy's. And by Charles Schwab. Own your tomorrow.
Nice day to be out mingling downtown Denver with the sunshine and all. But Love and the Packers are going to have to start this series inside the 5-yard line. And that orange rush is what they're calling themselves. That's not a new name. They called it that several times through the years, going all the way back, a play off the Orange Crush days of Red Miller's Denver Broncos back in the late 70s. But Tony, best in the league on sacks, 3rd down, red zone defense, #1. It's impressive.
It is. And guess what? They're trying to beat the Bears of the 80s, 84, 85 kind of Bears right there. They have a shot at the all-time record, which I don't know that anyone thought could be beat. This team has a chance.
Right on pace for the number. 72 sacks is the record. 55 coming in. 2 tight ends.
Got to do it in 16 games.
I agree 100% because you're going to have that extra game. The amazing shots of today's game provided by Nationwide. We start the second quarter here in Denver.
This is strength on strength.
So many different ways today. You see that, including in the red zone. You're talking about the best red zone defense as far as fewest touchdowns allowed by percentage, and the second best at getting it all the way home in Green Bay.
Yep, Vance Joseph versus Matt LaFleur. There's the chess match. Let's see who wins on this one.
3 points. 6-0 Green Bay. Started the second quarter. You can always count on Sundays right through the playoffs with the NFL on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. 6-0 Green Bay winning it. Falls at the 30-yard line. Last week marked the completion of the Colorado high school football season, as well as the first year of the Denver Broncos all-in, all-covered statewide helmet distribution program, spearheaded by Broncos owners Greg and Kerry Pinner. All in, all covered is providing more than 15,000 helmets to cover every tackle football program in Colorado. There's, you see, the Walton Penner family ownership group.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Walmart Express Delivery. Get great gifts in as fast as an hour. AT&T. Connecting changes everything. And by Jeep. There's only one.
Yeah, they're already up there on the slopes here in the great state of Colorado, but it's 60 degrees here, and they kick it off from the 50 and they kick it out of bounds. Gene's territory. This is a loophole that's probably going to be addressed in the offseason when you get these kind of enforcements.
Ball's placed at the 25-yard line, first down.
He did exactly what they wanted to do. Ball comes to the 25, Gene.
Yes, Jim, whenever you're kicking off from the 50, as Brad just said, they're kicking the ball off or kicking it out of bounds between the 20 and the goal line, so they can't take the spot of where the kick went out, but they'll take it 25 yards from the spot of the kick, which puts it at the 25. I do think it's something that may address in the offseason for sure.
Seen that several times this season. Thank you, Gene. Which means it's Adam Shine time with the update.
Jim, Tony, Kyron Williams punches in again. Second rushing touchdown for Kyron of the game. 14-10 Rams, middle of the second. Back to you.
All right, figures to be a high-scoring affair. Okay, we've got the Verizon halftime report coming up. Recap of some really important games that took place in that 1 o'clock window, including Buffalo coming back from 21-0 down on the road at New England to hand the Patriots only their third loss of the year. So updates on Detroit and the Rams, and Tennessee and San Francisco, Carolina and New Orleans. Meanwhile, Indy with Phillip Rivers is winning 6-3 in the second quarter up at Seattle. All that coming up on the Verizon halftime report.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by Hims Healthcare, designed for you and delivered to your door.
The NFL family is committed to advancing social justice by reducing barriers to opportunity. Our players inspire change every day, and in that spirit, the Inspire Change Changemaker Award honors community members who are driving this work forward. Learn more at NFL.com/InspireChange. So coming out of the 2-minute warning, as the story.
Jim, Tony, here it is. Phillip Rivers throws his first touchdown as a grandfather. First touchdown in 5 years to Josh Downs. Indy, 13-3, leading Seattle late second quarter. Back to you.
He was on his couch a week ago watching the NFL. Now he's trying to pull off a shocking upset at Seattle.
Grandpas are wise. They don't forget how to read the football field. I can promise you that. He knows how to do that if you give him time. This can actually work out. Got off to a little bit of a rough start, but here comes Phillip.
He's 10 out of 16, by the way, folks, completing his last 7.
Up for the game, Jim. Possible Super Bowl preview. They both have a chance.
The AFC playoff picture. Denver came into the week because of a tiebreaker with the top position And then the team it was tangling with, New England, lost today to Buffalo with that 21-0 lead dissipating, with Josh Allen and the Bills storming back, and Jacksonville impressive in its win today. Then you look over on the NFC side, Philadelphia in a walk today over the Raiders. Carolina's in action right now. There's Seattle at 10-3 and losing at home, where they've been so tough with that vicious defense of theirs.
Well, they're running into a monster. He just came out as a grandfather in Phillip Rivers. That's crazy.
Okay, 2 seconds to go in the half. Don't forget the Green Bay deferred, so they'll be receiving the third quarter kickoff. This one goes deep. Broncos say, let's run it back. And Bidet doesn't get very far to close out the second quarter. You're right, really strong first half of action.
You see the talent on both sides. This is a real heavyweight fight. You can see it. Both teams playing well. Going to come down to what quarterback makes the plays as this game moves on.
Tracy, down to you.
You've been able to move the ball. I know you'd like touchdowns instead of field goals, but defensively giving up 2 straight touchdowns. What do you need to do?
Well, we can't have penalties first and foremost. We had them 1st and 25, and then we get called for a roughing or whatever it was, and so those kill you.
We saw the chippiness start before the game, and it carried over into this game. What do you have to do in terms of addressing that and make sure it doesn't hurt you?
That is something we address pregame, so we cannot lose our composure, and that's going to be hit again.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, his team goes in the locker room with the lead. 16-14 Packers. Halftime is next after these first half highlights from Verizon and a word from your local station.
For an elf, the holidays are stressful, but Verizon's got a bonkers deal on the new Samsung Galaxy S25. Gemini, when's our next train coming?
Right now.
Ah, nutcrackers. Gemini, where am I?
You're in a blender.
Okay. Time for elf care. Gemini, find me a massage, please. Oh, that was fast.
Get 4 Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus on us. No trade-in needed. And 4 lines for $25 a line.
The Green Bay Packers and the Denver Broncos are about to collide. With Bandy in the end zone for the touchdown. It's Jacobs with the catch. Oh, my goodness. Nick's throwing goal line, and it's a touchdown. Great first half of action. Some super play by the quarterbacks, too. I mean, the numbers for both of them are impressive, including Love having the most passing yards in the first half in any game of his career, 215. And then you got Nix, who only had 1 incompletion in that first half and 2 touchdowns. And what's fascinating about it, the touchdown catches by guys that would have as 5th and 6th on your depth chart at wide receiver, Bandy and Humphrey. So now here we go with the kick coming to Wilson, and tripped up. Really well played there by Key, who makes so many plays on special team coverage. Tracy had a chance to catch up with Sean Payton out of the locker room.
Green Bay put up 251 yards on your defense. How do you have to adjust, especially with the explosive plays?
Well, here's the good news. The good news is it's 14-16. We played great red zone defense. We forced them to kick field goals. It's a real good offense. I kind of like where we're at the half right now. And I say that when they played some real high-end defenses, the scores have been a little lower. And I think, obviously, we got to clean some stuff up. Their first down efficiency is what hurt us. And we'll get better at that.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gets it to about the 28. I have to tell you, Tony, the way that Green Bay is playing against this Denver defense, wow.
I mean, it's unbelievable the way Jordan Love, I mean, you're coming into Denver against what arguably is the best defense in the NFL, the most sacks, the best third down defense, maybe the best red zone defense, and it's like, nope, I'm Jordan Love, I'm playing on fire, and this team right now is controlling this football game. But then Jacobs, what he's done the last couple of possessions, it's been the difference. I mean, wow, this is rare. We've been here.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Starbucks. Together is the best place to be. Febreze, breathe happy. And by Jardians.
This Christmas, don't miss the biggest comedy event of the year, the SpongeBob movie, Search for SquarePants. Only in theaters Friday. Get your tickets now.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by T-Mobile. Now the best network in America. And by Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Brings him down. It's update time, which means it's back to you, Adam.
Jim, Tony, Matthew Stafford, 26 yards. Jacoby Parkinson to take the lead. 13 unanswered by L.A. 27-24 Rams, late third. Back to you.
We're back at Empower Field at Mile High for the fourth quarter. Jim Nance with Tony Romo, Tracy Wolfson, Gene Steratore, Jim Rickoff, Ryan Galvin, Mike Arnold directing. It's great to have all of you with us. We wish you happy holidays.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Verizon, the best 5G network. There's only one best. Little Caesars, the official pizza sponsor of the NFL. And by Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly.
We've discussed the significance of these matchups. They're so interesting. Best versus somebody else's best in this game today. And we talked about the red zone being so key. Green Bay today, 4 trips in the red zone, 1 touchdown.
Could be the difference.
By the way, some of the early headlines, and again, this blockbuster day of scheduling all across the league. Bills move within a game of the Patriots. New England suffers its 3rd loss, giving up a 21-0 lead. Now how about the Jaguars? Dominant performance. ETN was huge. Trevor Lawrence was off the charts today. Brilliant. And the Ravens won, and the Bengals, in fact, blanked Cincinnati to move to 7-7 on the season. And the Chargers won at Kansas City. Kansas City eliminated from the postseason. Wow. They're out, and Mahomes was hurt. His season most likely is over.
Decide what to do. Everyone in the stadium's yelling, go for it.
There you see your playoff picture. The Broncos in pole position no matter what happens here today. But don't forget, they also next week have Jacksonville coming in here. Don't rule out Jacksonville. They're still in the running for a 1 seed. And Buffalo improves to 10-4. Houston over Arizona today at 9-5.
There's some teams that are for real. Jacksonville, Houston. I mean, no one wants to play those teams right now. Big time drive.
All right, we've got an update. Adam Shine, over to you.
Jim, Tony, Blake Groupie. Take a look at this. A bomb field goal from 60. Bam! For the lead. Colts, 16-15. What a score. And as we speak, a field goal by Myers to retake the lead. Sports, Jim Nance. Wow.
Oh, my goodness. Can the legend of Phillip Rivers go to levels you couldn't even imagine? There's the 35. All right, another update right back to you, Adam.
Jim, this is wild. How about Myers from 56? 18 seconds left in the ball game. We will keep you up to date. My goodness, what a scene in Seattle.
Used by Green Bay. We want to tell you that next Sunday, count on another NFL on CBS doubleheader. Early, the Bills taking on the Browns, and then all kinds of postseason implications in the Motor City. We'll be there when the Steelers take on the Lions. It all begins at noon Eastern with the NFL Today. You can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Pittsburgh at Detroit.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by DirecTV. Stream DirecTV satellite free. And by Burger King. At BK, have it your way. You rule.
He could very well be looking at the 1 seed for the AFC when it's all said and done. Tonight on CBS begins with 60 Minutes and the undefeated Big Ten champs, the Indiana Hoosiers, followed by new episodes of Tracker, the music competition series, The Road, and NCIS Origins tonight. Bo Nix throws for 4 touchdowns. He wins his 9th straight game against an NFC opponent. Wow. And he throws for a Denver area code 303 yards.
He showed up today. 4 touchdowns, no picks against Jordan Love, who's on fire coming in. Another great performance, moving their win-loss record to 11 in a row in the last 11. They're for real.
What a big day for them with the Patriots losing earlier today.
Little cushion.
Yep. There is the latest. And that clinches the playoff berth, as we've been discussing all day long.
I feel like there's 2 things you can rely on 100% right now, with everything being crazy, with Kansas City out, Baltimore on the outside looking in, Buffalo not quite the same. All these things. Denver's defense has carried them, and they showed up again in the second half.
And by the way, with the loss, can you believe it? The Packers fall all the way back to 7th, and Chicago takes over the lead in the division, and Detroit, with its loss to the Rams, falls out of the, is out of the first 7.
We were talking about them possibly being the 1 seed if the Rams were to lose. Now they're 7, and they held Jordan Love to 62 yards in the second half. Impressive.
Let's go down to Tracy.
Well, thanks a lot. And Bo, congratulations. What a game. You guys came in winners of 10 straight, now 11, but you were the underdogs. What did this team show against a really difficult Packers team?
That we're the overdogs.
What was the biggest difference today? What really changed the momentum down the stretch?
I think every unit played great. We had key plays in all units. Defense just kept playing at the end, and they got stop after stop after stop. They got 2 really big turnovers, and then offensively we got touchdowns today instead of field goals. Now we want to close out the game better. We got 2 opportunities to push it and get more points, but I guess we just like 1-score games.
Well, you clinch a playoff berth, though. I know you have your sights set on something bigger, but still, how does that feel walking off this field?
It's great. That was our first goal going into the night. You know, you got to baby steps, 1 step at a time. 1 step leads to another, and without this one, you know, you can't get to where you want to go. So every step is as important as the next, but we're focused on this week already. Got another home game, and I expect it to be rocking again.
Go enjoy it. Congrats.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, Trace. It'll be a big one next week, hosting Jacksonville.
Yep.
And they're jumping around here in the Mile High City as the Broncos have clinched a playoff berth. Next up, they try to wrap up the division, and maybe the 1 seed, and maybe the whole AFC goes through Denver this year.
Yep, and on the other side, Green Bay goes against Chicago next week to switch that.
That's right.
So we'll see.
Tonight on CBS begins with 60 Minutes. For Tony, Tracy, and Gene, Jim Nance saying so long from Denver. You have been watching the NFL on CBS.